At 9 a.m. So we've got some wonderful young man here today to talk about his business. His name is Justin. He's from DeLand, and he's with DeLand Delivery. Correct? Right? And he's got a pretty neat idea. So we're gonna let him go. So we'll stop talking. There you go.
Hey, good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Good morning.
So,
Wake up.
So my name is Justin Ringer, and I recently started a food delivery service called DeLand Delivery. And the premise behind DeLand Delivery is simple. We pick up meals from local restaurants and we deliver them to our customers' doorstep. And today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that company. But first, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about myself, because I feel like it's important that you know who I am, and you kind of have an idea of where I come from, my perspective. I'm going to tell you about how I came across this idea, the elements that led into that. I'm going to talk about how I validated the market. Then from there, I'm going to tell you about my MVP, my minimally viable product. Essentially, how it started. I call it Project Alpha. From there, I'm going to tell you a little bit about how I thought that maybe I could grow this into something big, and talk about my business model pivot into the platform that it is now. Last, I'm going to touch on avenues of growth that I see possible for the company, and then we can finish with a Q&A. So I'll start with talking a little bit about myself. There we go, I had it upside down. So again, my name is Justin Ringer. I'm 27 years old. And throughout this, I'm going to tell you a few key insights that are my opinion and my perspective, and I hope that maybe you guys pick up something or learn like an aha moment. I'm a former United States Marine Corps, and that's my first entry. That's my first key insight. Is I started from 2007 to 2012. No, that's supposed to happen. Yeah, I don't want you guys reading all that, right? It's like, make me seem mysterious. I've always said, hey, I'm a Marine, or I'm a former Marine, and it's always got my foot in the door. It's never like kicked me out, right? It's never been a bad thing. And so my first key insight would be if you guys are veterans or active duty, or if any of your family or friends are veterans or active duty, I would suggest that you tell them like, hey, be proud of your service, show it out there. It's never hit me. But as part of this presentation, the reason why I mentioned that is because I grew up in Huntsville, Alabama. And I've always had an open mind, but because of where I'm from, I had a narrow view. It's a small city. And the Marine Corps took me up and down the east coast of the United States. And it took me over to California on the west coast, around there. And it took me overseas to Okinawa, Japan, and Korea. And through all these different experiences, I saw a bunch of different people and cultures and business models, and it kind of helped develop this entrepreneurial mindset that I feel that I had. And so, I've done multiple ventures of various success and legitimacy. I guess what you would call microloans, where I loan money out to Marines when they would go on vacation and collect that for a little bit of profit. I bought and sold stuff. I bought a bunch of $3,000 worth of stuff on Black Friday a long time ago, and then tried to resell it for Christmas, and that didn't work out too well. I didn't know what I was doing. But you can see, I've done these different things. I've developed this mindset. And so eventually I ended up going to Stetson University from Huntsville, Alabama, over to DeLand, Florida. And this is the key insight, that yellow thing you see. If you're not familiar, that's what they call Snapchat Ghost, and it's essentially a Snapchat QR code. And if you're targeting the college market or millennials or below, younger, you need to get with a social media platform, in my opinion. That's helped me out a lot, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in my presentation. So I attended Stetson University. I had my best friend, Chris. He drove me from Alabama to Florida, and he dropped me off. And so I spent my first semester without a car, on the meal plan, and every semester, every day, 3 times a day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I would make this journey to the cafeteria, right? I'd walk to the cafeteria, I'd sit down, I'd eat my food, I'd get up, and I'd leave for lunch. I'd walk to the cafeteria, I'd sit down, I'd get my food, eat it, get up, leave. Dinner, the same thing. And eventually, after half a semester, that got really old. And so I ordered delivery. But I've never been a big pizza fan. And the only options on campus were Domino's, pizza, Pizza Hut, pizza, Little Caesars pizza, Papa John's pizza, and then Walk and Roll, which was Chinese, right? Takeout. And I love Chinese takeout for like the first 15 or 20 times that I've had it. And that got really old too. And that was the story of my life my first semester at Stetson. So I went home for the summer and I said, not again, I'm getting wheels, and I did. I got two. I got a Harley Davidson 883 Sports Iron, and you couldn't tell me nothing. I was 27, young, wild, and free with these kids. And, but I couldn't get food from a drive-thru. I couldn't go to a restaurant and get food and take it out and go. I had to sit down and eat. And so I was still ordering delivery. And now I was off campus, and Domino's would tell me, hey, we'll deliver to you, but you have to spend at least $20. And I could barely eat $10 worth of Domino food, much less $20. So that was my second semester, still ordering delivery. So my third semester, I grew up. I got a Mercedes-Benz, that's okay, 230. And I finally had a little bit of passenger space and a little bit of truck space. And I could finally go through drive-thrus when I was in my pajamas, where I could go pick up food and go home and relax and eat. And I still had my friends saying, Justin, will you pick me up? Will you take me to the restaurant? Will you take me to go get food? Or they would order delivery. And so I started putting together these thoughts, and I was like, why can't someone order a burger? Why can't you order a burger and have it delivered to you? Or why can't you have like a sub sandwich delivered to you? And so I started putting those thoughts together, and I said, well, I can't cook, but I could go to all these local restaurants that I've been going to in town that had great food and deliver their food for them. And so then I came up with this hypothesis, and it was that people would shower me with money if I could deliver them the food that they wanted. And sure enough, that was my idea, and I talked to Lou Paris, and I think he helped organize, or he plays a key part in this event. And he's one of my professors. And I talked to him the year back about another idea, and he said, Justin, the first thing you need to do, he said, everyone gets great ideas. I think everyone in this room had probably 3 of them at least, right? But you got to validate your market. You got to make sure that your market wants your product. And he suggested that I go on Craigslist and put a post out and see if that service, if anyone would reply to that and wanted to use my service. That was a different business a year ago. So I didn't do that. I did the next best thing. I went on Facebook, and I went to a popular page for that. It's called Stetson University's Craigslist, and it's a page where students and locals in the area buy and sell products and services. And essentially what I said is I introduced myself. I said, my name is Justin Ringer. I go to Stetson. This is what I'm studying, and I've noticed a lack of food delivery options in the area, and I'm offering to offer this delivery for a price of $5. Who's interested? It got a lot of buzz. It was one of the most popular posts I've ever seen on Facebook, on that page, and it got 65 likes, 14 different comment threads, and those are different conversations, so 14 different conversations going about this. And in those, people were saying, hey, you should have a website, hey, you should have your own number, I'd love to do this, can you offer this? And it was almost like me and the community were building this business idea. And so that told me that, to me, that confirmed my hypothesis that I had validated the market. I had validated that there was a need for this service. So I created a website. I used Wix.com, www.wix.com. And it's a website that allows you to create websites. So you have paid versions and a free version. And I created my MVP, what I call Project Alpha, DeLand Delivery. And as you can see, DeLand Delivery had 4 tabs. It had a call to action on the bottom. And this was my home tab. This was my restaurants tab, and it may not be a completely legal what I did. I'm learning. I'm 7 weeks old into the business. But what I did is I went up and down, or all throughout the land, and I got menus of different restaurants, and then I went online and grabbed their logo and I put it in a box. Eventually I would hot link that picture so that you could click on one of those and go to that restaurant's menu or that restaurant's web page. And that was essentially letting my customers know where I would bring food from. My third page was my frequently asked questions, which I won't get to that too much because I'm telling you about it now. But my fourth page was this high-tech payment system. So if you're a tech guru, you might want to take notes. To pay me, you would use PayPal, Google Wallet, or Venmo. So it wasn't really high-tech at all, right? It was all mobilized. Last semester, I was associated with a social fraternity. And these kids used Venmo. This is the key insight for me, Venmo. These kids use Venmo to pay each other for anything and everything. You attach it to a debit card or a checkings account, and you can send or request money from as little as $1 up to hundreds. And they would pay each other for everything. So I put my handles down for these 3 payment platforms, and I was in business. This is a little bit how it worked. I put together an illustration. I hope you guys enjoy. If it sounds a little back and forth and confusing, that's because it was. So the guy with the phone is the customer, the guy in the middle is DeLand Delivery, and the person on the right with the food, that's the restaurant. And the way it works was simple. The customer would call DeLand Delivery and they would say, hey, my name's John, I would like to order food. I would take down their number, the address, the name of the restaurant, and what they wanted. I would say, hey John, I got your order down, I got your information, give me 5 to 10 minutes to get a quote for you and I'll call you back shortly. I'd hang up with John, and I'd call in this case Porky's. I said, hey Porky's, I'd like to place order for takeout. I want a barbecue sandwich. Can you tell me how much it will be and when it will be ready? They told me that it would be $5 and it would be ready in like say 15 minutes in this example. I would thank them, I would hang up with Porky's. I'd call John back. I'd say, hey John, I got a quote for your order. Your barbecue sandwich is $5. DeLand Delivery charges a $5 delivery fee. That's for a total of $10. Would you like to pay with PayPal, Google Wallet, or Venmo? They would get their app set up and they would transfer $10 to my account through the payment app. In which case, I put that in my bank account from my app, go to the restaurant, pay them $5 for the food, and bring that over to my customer. And that's how my minimally viable product worked. It wasn't simple, it wasn't streamlined, but it was effective and people liked it. This was kind of like how the revenue was set up. Essentially, we charge $5 for a delivery fee. Out of that, DeLand Delivery would get $1. The driver would get $2.50 plus tips. And the dispatcher, the person placing the call and coordinating between the customer, the restaurant, and the driver would get $1.50. Most of the time, I was getting $5 plus tips. Every now and then I had people, guys, one of the first people that started helping me out, helping me grow this business, deliver or dispatch, in which case we'd split the revenue up accordingly. So I've been doing that for some weeks, and I determined that this was a business that was actually working. And my next question was it just a college hustle, or could I turn this into something big? Could I grow this into a legitimate business? And so I started doing research. Now to backtrack, a customer on Facebook said, I love what you're doing, it's a great idea. I'm from Abilene, Texas, and there's a company there that started doing this, and they've blown up big time. They started small just like you. She said their name's Arrowhead Delivery. I thanked her, and I started doing my research. I approached Arrowhead Delivery on Facebook, and I messaged them. I said, hey, my name's Justin Ringer. This is my story. I feel that I've determined the need for food delivery at my market, at my campus, and I would like to ask you a couple of questions if you have the time. I also threw in there that I'm a brother of Alpha Kappa Psi, which is a business fraternity, and they have many chapters on campuses all across the nation. My foot in the door, I was hoping would be that if he needed help at targeting any college markets in the future for him, I would talk to one of my brothers and at least get his foot in the door. He responded, the owner responded, his name was Wes Roberts. We had about an hour-long phone conversation, and we talked many things about the business. And I said, hey Wes, I feel like I'm onto a good idea here. Is it scalable? How do I grow? How do I get to your level? And he said, well, let's look at your numbers. So he said, what have been your sales? So my first week, DeLand Delivery sold 9. We hit 9 meals. His first week, he hit 3. My second week, we hit 15 meals. We hit 15 deliveries. His second week, he didn't hit any. My third week, 17. His third week, 4. And my fourth week, we were going into spring break. So that Thursday, a lot of students left campus, so we only hit 16, and he had hit 9. Let me tell you about Wes Roberts. In 12 weeks, he quit his job managing at Starbucks to do this full time. In under 2 years, he has 4 branches, and he's opened up a 5th. And he says it's a very fast-growing, very expendable business and industry. So I confirmed that it was scalable. And I said, Wes, your website is amazing. It's so much better than mine. How do I get to be where you're at? And he said, well, I got just a guy for you. He got me in contact with a guy and told me about this platform called Wisdom. Wisdom is a platform built specifically for food delivery service. And it does 3 main things it does a lot, but these are the 3 main things I want to talk to you about today. The first is it streamlines user experience. So I ended up creating a new website through this platform. Now you can go on the website, you can click your meal, check out. You don't even have to talk to anyone, and your meal will be to your doorstep within an hour. You can set up an account, you can have order preferences, and 2 clicks of the button will get your meal come to you. So it streamlines the user experience. It simplifies collaboration, communication with partner restaurants. With this business model, I saw that now, in order to grow this from campus into the city, and from there, I needed to partner with restaurants. So we changed our business model from doing just $5 delivery fees to $5 delivery fees and getting a discount from our partnered restaurants from their menu. With the idea being that we will only deliver with restaurants that we partner with. We went from open to exclusive. With that, it allows us to, it keeps records so we know how much money we spent where at what restaurant. And when the customer orders through our dispatcher who uses our website, or through the website, it will send the restaurant an email or a fax with the order immediately. So it really simplifies that communication. And it provides an online platform that supports all facets of business management. I can go and I can manage my drivers. I know who's on shift. I know where they're located. I know where they're at on each order. So it really simplifies a lot of things. It does much more. So the next slide I'm going to show you is going to serve 2 points. The first is going to give you a preview of my current platform, which is in its beta and will be released May 1st to when we go on full time. The second is to show you a Snapchat campaign. You have to understand that my target market for the longest has been college students. And college students react to things, you can market to them differently. College students are all about Snapchat. And so what I do is I just doodle in my free time on Snapchat. I make little comics and videos. And so I use Snapchat to market the debut of my new platform. So it's very low tech, but it worked. To give you an idea, this campaign got over 150 views from people who go to Stetson. So that told me that at least 150 customers saw this video. So what I did here is I just put my camera down. I can use Spotify to play music, and I just use the text button to use the emoji. One thing I was told is that we now accept debit and credit cards, so now our customers can pay with a debit or credit, not just for these mobile apps. And this is just being about basically they view how the platform works. So this is our platform on the left. You can see like that's the menu for restaurants. You would click on your restaurant and then the menu would pop up. This is a test menu. From there you click the item. You can choose how many you want. So in this case I wanted 2. I click 2, I would hit done and pop up in the button to the top right of the price. At which point I can check out. It tells them the cost of the order plus tax plus the delivery fee. If you can coupon codes for discounts, it has a suggested fee and estimated time of arrival. They can pay with accounts that they can set up through the website. And then from there, they test the order and make sure that all the information, such as the destination address, is correct. They can add photos that we can add to our menu of their food for discounts and future deliveries to promote engagement. And they can also track the order from when it was placed to when the driver picked up to when the driver delivers to their doorstep. This is a very bad feeling. So like you can see, like maybe here on the big screen in the presentation, this isn't the most smoothest of campaigns. When you're on Snapchat, you know, the 10-second stories, you're looking through and you're like, okay, it's different. I'm not at the Club YOLO and right, I'm like, oh wow, this is a free delivery service. And that's how I use Snapchat to like market to my customers when I market. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about different avenues of growth with DeLand Delivery. So right here in this is the map, as you can see, and that's our logo at DeLand. And we expect to grow like in proximity. I'm not sure if it's called geographically what the right term is. But we're going to be opening up chain stores, so we can see ourselves expanding in Orange City, going from there, opening more chains, and continue. We have to identify these markets that are unsaturated and determine if there is a need for it. Another way that we're considering is selling franchise rights. That's what West Roberts does. He sells a franchise for $30,000 per franchise, and we can expand in that regard. Another thing we do is target college markets. So this is the map of the United States, and every state has the largest university by enrollment covering it. So that's 50 different colleges, but we all know there's plenty of more. And so the idea is that we expand through college campuses. We have a few ideas for this. The first being accepting school currency. Stetson has this thing called Hatterbucks, and companies like Papa John's and places accept Hatterbucks for food. So if we get a partner with Stetson, then essentially students can get food from all of our partner restaurants for just Hatterbucks. We're also looking at alternative meal plans, whether we partner with the universities or without, in which case students can pay an upfront fee of like $3,000, $2,000, whatever it would be, and they have so many deliveries a month to be able to be delivered to them through our partner restaurants. And then we're also looking into co-op programs. One thing that we have a competitive advantage over, say, bigger like Uber Eats, bigger rivals, is that we're targeting to the student market at this point. So we have unique and deep presence on campus. I can talk to students through student organization announcements and spread word that way. As you see, I can talk to them directly through Snapchat on stories, get the message across, private Facebook forums and groups that only students get on, etc. So that's our competitive advantage. So how do we implement that around other campuses? It is using our fraternal connections, myself and my team. We're able to get our foot in the door on campuses nationwide. And we can talk to our brothers and say, hey, we want to start this business and we want to start a co-op program. A co-op program would have a leadership team of students on that campus in which they would run and get a portion of the profits and kick back to us as well. That would allow them the same direct access to campuses that other companies can't really navigate around. So this is a little out there. This is a little different in an approach for growth. I had a student approach me at Stetson who's a programmer, developer, very smart guy, and he said, hey, I like what you just saw on video. He said, hey, I like that platform. I can do it better. And he said he would do it for a pretty low cost for me. And right now, the developer gets a quarter off every transaction that goes through that website. He said, I won't even charge you. He said, you just pay me to create it, I'll run on my service, I won't charge you. Now, I'm not going with him now, I'm all good, I know it works, but I could see in the future creating a platform and then offering my service to other restaurant delivery services, offering my platform. I've already identified several restaurants, in fact, that use or several restaurant delivery services that use my exact same platform. But that's just a thought we're playing with. So this is grocery delivery, and this is a picture of Instacart. Instacart does grocery delivery. And I know recently there was a big fiasco, it wasn't a scandal, but they were charging, I believe, 53% up increase or up cost on grocery deliveries. And their thing is they don't give the customer the receipt because they don't want the customer to know how much they're making. And so while it wasn't illegal, it was very like, whoa, what's going on? And what happened is that one worker left a receipt in the bag, and a customer saw it, and then he went on Reddit and said, yo, this is what they charged me, and for what? And there was an outrage. So we see ourselves expanding the grocery delivery in the summer, and it's something we're going to be aiming for. And we're not going to charge, probably not going to charge 53%. We'll have to get into research and see. But I guarantee you that if we do, we're going to be much more transparent. We're not trying to milk our customers for money, we're trying to build relationships. And then this is just to be a little futuristic and out there. You can see ourselves jumping into Google, self-driving cars, and drone delivery. I guarantee that when this first hits the market, I'm not getting into it. So the last thing I need is for a drone to hit someone in the head and then I'll just lose everything I have. But as this technology gets perfected, it's definitely an avenue that we can consider and approach. So at this point, I want to get special thanks. First, this just happened recently, so it's not on the slide. But I want to thank Jason Jers, who's the artisan. He is the best restaurant in town. It's one of the most, it's to say, rich. It's a very nice restaurant. And he approached me, and we worked out a partnership. So we'll be delivering for them and on behalf of them May 1st. And so I'd like to thank him. I don't see him here today, but I'll let him know. He already knows I'm very thankful. Also, I want to thank Lou Paris, who's also not here. He's my professor, and this guy's one of the most cleverest people I've ever met, and he's given me at least two key insights that has led me to develop where I'm at now. And so I would like to thank him very much. He's helped me out a lot. I know he has a website called Conqueros, it's www.konkeros.com. And what they do is they help international students find jobs and internships. And so I don't know what your opinion is of me, but if you think, dang, that dude's clever, he did something pretty good, well, Lou helped coach me. So I'm sure anybody he's sending your guys' way, if you guys own businesses or know anyone that does, they're going to be quality. I also like to thank Kevin Tiller right here. You're the man. He's with the Small Business Development. We've been working for I think 3 or 4 weeks now.
Yeah.
And this guy, he's given me great sound advice every step of the way. I can tell you that before I got into this just weeks ago, my goal was to be a real estate mogul. And I was going to Stetson hoping, okay, I want to learn how to write a business plan. And I've been here a year and a half, and they've given me like information on it, but I've never done it. I sat down with this guy, and I think 2 weeks in, he gave me the tools I needed to create a business plan, and I had one created that next week. And just beyond that, he provided some advice, and I appreciate you very much for everything you do. Also, keynote insight. If you're struggling creating a business plan, Business Plan Pro is a program that's perfect. It works great. I know he suggests Business Plan Live, which I've never used, but if he says it, like, I swear I'll buy it. And then the last person I want to have a picture of is Peter with Score. I've been working with him for about 2 weeks, and his advice is very valuable as well. I know he's really helped coaching me for my sales pitch for when I approach restaurants. It's really just taking me in my presentation and in my pitch to the next level. I'm feeling very comfortable about approaching these to me, very intimidating restaurant owners and saying, hey, this is why you should do business with me. And on top of that, he provides other sound advice as well. So why am I throwing special things out? I would say use these resources. If you know Lou, I would say pick his brain wherever you can. Use the SBDC, it doesn't cost me anything. Use Score, it doesn't cost me anything. And it's actually helped propel my business forward a lot. So I want to throw that out there because I know a lot of us are very individuals. With that being said, I'm just a caveman with 2 rocks trying to make this thing called fire. And that's why I'm here, and I think that's what we're all kind of doing, like one sense or the other. So I'll open up the Q&A.
All right.